Most detailers are unknowingly leaving thousands of dollars on the table, all because of the way they follow up with leads. If your texts sound like, hey, just checking in, or are you still interested, you're probably chasing people away instead of booking them in. So, in this video, I'll cover why sending low-value follow-up texts would lead to ghosting, and more importantly, what better options you can use in your follow-up process instead, so that you can reactivate your cold leads without sounding desperate or pushy. So, just a short introduction, my name is Kim, and I help detailers specializing in PPF installations and ceramic coatings get more high-paying jobs and grow their business consistently. And as I was saying, the second you ask someone, are you still interested? You subconsciously shift the power of the negotiation over to them, which makes it feel like you're chasing them, like you're just hoping that they're gonna give you the permission to sell. But with negotiation, the person who frames the terms usually controls the outcome. So if you allow the prospect to feel like they're the ones holding all the power, then you've lost your authority. But in the premium detailing world, whether you're offering ceramic coating, PPF, or full paint correction, that's not the frame you want to be in. Because when you seem desperate, a couple of things could happen. Your leads might take advantage of you and would keep pushing for discounts, and or they might just avoid you altogether because they sense that something feels off. Because people want to buy from pros, not someone who sounds unsure of themselves. And the truth is, most people don't ghost because they're not interested. Usually, they ghost because they're busy, or they're unsure if it's worth the money, or they don't know what the next step is, or they got distracted by life, kids, or work, and they don't have any urgency. And the human brain defaults to avoidance when something feels unclear or demanding. So ghosting is often a stress avoidance behavior, not necessarily an outright rejection. And when you ask them questions like, are you still interested? It just reminds them that they're ignoring you and now they feel awkward. So here's what to say instead. Hey John, I haven't heard back from you, and usually when that happens, it means one of three things. You're still interested, but you haven't had the time to book yet. You've decided to go with someone else, or you're no longer looking for ceramic coating. Just let me know which one it is so I can update my notes. Either way, no hard feelings. So the reason why something like this would work is because it gives them multiple choice answers, which reduces mental friction. And it also provides them with a safe way out, which takes away the pressure. Now, 70% of the time, they're going to say, hey, sorry, I've been busy, or yeah, I'm still interested, I just haven't had the time, or yeah, I'm thinking of doing it next month. Now you've reopened the door. And if, for example, you're running a limited slot offer, you could add urgency by saying, hey Sarah, quick heads up, I only have 2 ceramic coating slots left for this month. So if you're still planning to get it done before the holidays, let me know so that I can hold you a spot. Scarcity and urgency are the 2 strongest psychological triggers for decision making. If they believe there's limited availability, they'll act faster. This way, you're showing that you're in demand and not begging, which is a better frame to be in when you're doing follow-ups. Now, let's say you spoke to Mike, who drives a Tesla Model Y. You gave out your quote for a $1,500 ceramic package, and then it went cold. So instead of texting, hey Mike, just checking if you're still interested, try this instead. Hey Mike, haven't heard back from you. That usually means you're still interested but busy, you went the other direction, or your plan has changed. Either way is cool, just let me know so that I can close your file. Thanks, Mike. Using the phrase close your file positions you as the professional who runs a process instead of someone who's desperate for scraps. So wording it this way would nudge them to jump back in before you move on. And this resets the relationship because now Mike has the space to reply honestly. And at the same time, when you're sending high value follow-ups like this, it puts you back in control of the conversation. And here's the kicker. When you consistently follow up this way, your closing rates don't just improve, they multiply. Why? Because now you're no longer seen as the salesperson who's begging. You're seen as the trusted advisor who respects both your own time and the client's. And when the client starts leaning into your frame, they'll trust you more and are likely to say yes, even at higher ticket prices, since they now see your service as higher value. And people pay premium prices to those they perceive as experts with authority and boundaries. So if you sound like a hobbyist chasing them, you devalue your service. But if you sound like a pro, they'd be okay with paying more. So the next time you're tempted to send a weak just checking in text, stop. Remember that you're not just trying to sell another job. You're building authority, positioning yourself as a pro, and creating the kind of business where clients chase you, not the other way around. And as usual, just in case you're still struggling to get clients, or if you can't figure out how to book more appointments, then you could click on the first link in the description if you prefer professional help. It's going to lead you to a video of me showing you how my company can help you solve your appointment booking problem. So you can expect to see a funnel designed to sell you something. I'm not going to pretend that it's not. You don't have to click if you don't want to. I don't really mind. But if you like the video and you think it was helpful, there's a like button for that. It would be nice if you could click on it. So comment any video ideas or requests you might have, and subscribe if you want more content that keeps you engaged to the end. Thanks so much for sticking around and watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!